Hello, and welcome back. So, I didn't fix the choppy audio problem. It is different though, so I'm on A track, which is something. Anyways, I had originally intended to do the Fallen Arm Collectopaedia in the last episode, but it was getting somewhat long, so I cut it and we'll put it here. On the Fallen Arm, we have sour turnips. More astringent than sour, really. Considered tasty in some regions. And the golden beetroot. A beetroot variety considered the best on Mechonis, harvested frozen. How? Also, why do you have beets? You're robots. Do you eat? Do the Machina eat? Anyways, for this row we get Muscle Up 4, which is Physical Defense by 35. For fruits, we have large mangoes. The fruit attracts bugs, but it's too bitter for people to eat anyway. Sounds like a bad mango. Spicy papaya. That's not what I want papayas to taste like. Warms your body to the core. Good for pore circulation. Ice kiwi fruit. A cool kiwi that clears the head. Helps you to study at night. Alright then, game. I'll take your word on it. And the white plum. A tangy fruit with a white pulp. A mouth-watering sight. For that we get Heat Sink 3. Is that specifically for Charla? Yeah, reduces ether rifle overheating by 20%. Cool. In the animal category, we have the oil oyster. Oil oyster. I hate the oi syllable. It's a bad syllable. A beautiful oyster. The color of its shell changes when hit by light. The dark fish. A highly acrobatic swimmer. A big tank is needed if you make it a pet. Ether penguin. This penguin has distinctive blue eyes, but still looks intimidating. I'll be honest, blue eyes are kind of freaky. So it makes sense. The rainbow slug. This slug sticks crystals to its body, thus giving it a rugged look. For that row, we get Gemini boots. Medium class armor. Interesting. For nature items, we have the amber leaf. Amber colored leaf, so smooth it's hard to grip. Poison ivy, which is really normal. And then it goes super crazy. A deep purple ivy that looks like it might be insanely poisonous. And poisonous coral. Why is there so much poison down here? Exceedingly rare coral that breathes half seawater and half poison water. Where's the poison water coming from? Why is it breathing it? For that row, we get Blaze Defense 4. In the parts category, we have the Warning Lamp. A lamp that shines on low power. Fragile though, so it breaks easily. And the Digital Filament. A part for stable current distribution. Emits a suspicious purple glow. For that row, we get Muscle Up 4. Defense again. In the strange category, we have Summer Star. Shulk named this admiringly. So tangy it makes you laugh. What? And Star Cute. Fiora named this in a flurry. What does that mean? Deep Green Stardust. And for that, we got Strength up 4. Nice. And for the whole page, we get the Taurus Greaves. Bit of heavy armor. Neat. Last episode, I cranked out a series of quests for Raxet in order to raise my area affinity with the Hidden Village. Today, I'll be handling the quests rewarding me with Fiora's 4th skill tree, here on the Fallen Arm. After that, it'll be time for Dunbans on Valak Mountain, with more stupid Nopon voices. As always, I've got links to my Ko-fi and Redbubble in the description below. If you like what I do and or want my art on your things, should I bring up my Patreon? I signed up for a Patreon once, and then did nothing with it! You can like, you can comment, you can subscribe. Alternatively, a better use of your time and money might be providing aid and support to Palestinians, as they suffer under the latest atrocities of an 80-year-long genocide. I'll put a link for that in the description too. For now, it's showtime! Our first target for the day is Rizaka. This is actually her second quest. I did the first, the Broken Door, back in episode 49. You might notice that she doesn't actually have a quest at the moment. I worried that meant I need to have entered the next area, Mechonis Field, but that's thankfully not the case.
Yes?
Lately, we've been having so many problems we never used to have. I hope this is not retribution for what Egil has done.
Yes?
We do not agree with what Egil does. That's why we have distanced ourselves from him. I know the village chief is very worried about all this too. We didn't have Ronick in the affinity chart. Now that we have her in the affinity chart, Rizaka is offering the quest we're looking for.
Welcome.
This isn't good. I can't just leave my work. Oh, it's you! Here again in my hour of need. I'm sure you'll hear me out, right? Remember that I was locked out of my house, don't you? Thanks to you, I managed to fix the door and get back inside. But when I got in, my precious mechanical flower was wilting, somehow. Even though it's mechanical? I don't understand what this flower is. I want to water it, but the water around here is no good. You can only give mechanical flowers pure water. You can sympathize, right? Can you bring some pure water? It's Hereupon's job to help damsels in distress. Hereupon Wiki go on quest for pure water and take his sidekicks. Wow, such a brave Hereupon. I could just kiss you. Sorry. I just have a bit of a weakness for cute things. So, can I count on you? When Rizaka got back in her house, she found that her beloved mechanical flower had wilted. Yep. Collect what she needs to return it to its former glory. And collect some pure water from Zack's spring on the Fallen Arm. Really? You're all too kind. Okay, I'll be waiting here. The pure water is sourced from Zack's spring, back on the beach where Shulk and Fiora first arrived on the Fallen Arm. It's also where Prox, another Machina, would gather water, but was spooked by the Face Nemesis wreckage emitting noises. Another quest I did back in episode 49. This is also the spring that Shulk went to gather water for Fiora, as part of the story.
Welcome.
Sorry, I know you must have gone through a lot of trouble to get it. Not really. I guess that's because of the fast travel system. If we actually had to walk to it, it would have been a pretty, whoa. It would have been a pretty substantial trek to get to this without fast travel. Through some dangerous areas, actually.
But it looks like it'll take more than just pure water. It needs some kind of plant food. I heard you can make it by mixing electric ubatirs and pure water. I need that or my flower will die. Please, will you bring me some electric ubatirs?
I sort of did the farming for this in the previous episode while I was doing Raxits such like. There's a whole bunch in a pit in the 5th pulse zone, just down from the Olna passage. But watch out, there's also a unique Upa there, named Affluent Belith, who I mind blasted through the wall on accident, and nearly died. Since I've already done that one time, that last time, let me show off the trade options.
Hi there.
Well, option. You would like to trade, you say? I only have this option readily available at the moment, Shilks, who offers it as his overtrade item for 4,460 G. Which means 9,600, 13, 14-ish. I have plenty of these. Let's go.
Perfect.
Are you sure? How very generous of you. Please, take this in return. Shilks is also a possible Colony 6 immigrant, and only offers the tiers when he's still in the Hidden Village. As you can see, I cannot read my script and play the game at the same time. Another option is Bozatrox, who is currently stationed in Mechonis Field itself. She also offers it as her overtrade item for 4,460 G, but only in late game after she's moved down into onto the Fallen Arm. Yep.
Perfect.
The last option for trading for the Upa tiers is Prox, who I mentioned earlier, but she only offers the tiers for trade at 5-star area affinity, so not really an option right now. With the electric Upa tiers gathered, we can move back to Rizaka.
Welcome.
Ah, you're back. Great, it's the electric ubatirs. I'd better hurry up and make the plant food. Come on, my little flower. You can make it.
Ah, my back! Ah!
Wow, look at it. It's back to its old self. It's even bigger than before, just like Veronica said. I hope I was of some help. You guys have been so great. I really want to thank you. Ah, I know. Take this key. It's been lying around the house for about 10 years now. I've forgotten what it's for. Take it. It's yours.
Yeah, here's a reward. Some random garbage. The flower swiftly recovered, and Rizaka seemed overjoyed to see it. Lightning attack 4 and the Mechonis key. The Mechonis key is a key item, making 2 additional quests available. Scheduled inspection from Zekit, and the Oath Sword from Carlos, the latter of which rewarding Fiora's 4th skill tree branch. I look forward to not having to say that for a while. Hold on just a sec.
How's it going?
Come on, where is it? I've been looking for so long I'm almost ready to give up. I tell all of you what I'm doing, but it's really embarrassing. It's certainly not something I'd talk to another guy about. What? What the hell are you talking about? So that's something that I've been missing with all the other 4th skill tree branch quests. Yeah, great. Is that if you talk to them without the correct character in the lead, you get a different dialogue thing. And that one was weird. That one was really weird.
How's it going?
If you don't mind me asking, what's wrong?
Hey, I know that voice.
Fiora?
Yes, it is you.
Is that you, Carlos? We all thought you'd died at the Battle of Sword Valley. Oh, thank the stars, you're really alive.
I fell down from the sword and the villagers helped me back here.
Wow, that's amazing. I can't believe it. The colony residents are going to be overjoyed when they hear.
Aw, man, this brings it all back. I haven't seen you since I enlisted in the Defense Force. You look so... different. Wow.
Well, a few things have changed for me since then. But back to you. Is something wrong?
Oh, yeah. I was so happy to see you again, I almost forgot. I've lost something really important to me. It's the sword on which I swore an oath to my best friend. We enlisted in the Defense Force at the same time.
What happened to it?
I think I must have lost it when I fell off the sword. I haven't seen it since that day.
Would you mind if I helped you? I mean, it would mean a lot if you would let me do this for you. I kind of feel it's fate that we met here today. I know I can find it.
Just like when you were a kid. Rash enough to just accept any challenge, no matter how difficult. I can see why Vanguard wanted you for the Defense Force.
Rash, come on, don't be so mean.
I'm sorry, Fiora. I'm just glad you haven't lost that sweet old Fiora charm. Okay then, so, you'll look for it? When he was in the Defense Force, Carlos swore an oath with a friend. Now he has lost the precious sword on which they swore that oath. Sword. Help him find it. Find the oath sword in the area of the power pipe ruins on the Fallen Arm.
Thanks, you'll have it back in no time.
You'd be doing me a massive favor, Fiora. Start looking around at the rest of the Fallen Arm. I'll be looking elsewhere in the meantime. That okay with you? I guess I should look at the Mechonis key, shouldn't I? The Mechonis key for the ether exhaust system and the power pipe ruins on the Fallen Arm. Without this item, we wouldn't be able to get access to the area where the Oath Sword is. Which is down here. As you can see, we've technically already been there. It's where Ryan and Charla originally landed on the Fallen Arm. Yes, cool. But we weren't able to get back up there because they jumped down from up there. You need to open this. You might also notice that I've changed Fiora's drones. I'm using the sword drones right now. Not sure how well those are going to be doing. I do a lot better with planning. I can see that now. I wasn't really super happy with how the first recording came out, even beyond the crackly audio. It wasn't as bad as before. It was still super annoying, but it wasn't as bad. So hopefully reducing the sample buffer down to like half what it was. Basically almost minimum.
I keep getting hungry. Hang in there, just a little longer.
Oh, it's so funny. And there we go, the Oath Sword. Possibly the easiest out of all the 4th skill tree branch quests that we've done so far. Yeah, it's really just walking to a place. There really wasn't anything to fight at all. We're back, Carlos.
How's it going?
Carlos! That smile. You must have... The sword! You found it! Is this sword you were looking for, Carlos? That's it! You found it! This is the sword on which I swore an oath to my friend. Where did you find it? It was embedded in the power pipe ruins. It's tougher than it looks.
No, it's a crummy sword, all right. It was a massive stroke of luck that it didn't shatter on impact.
I told you so. I knew I could find it for you.
You were right. What would I have done without you to sort me out? Even it seemed a bit rash on your part, I'm glad you helped me. But now I can uphold the oath that I made. I promise to protect Natalia for as long as I draw breath.
The sword is really important to you, eh? I am glad it worked out for you.
Well, I guess this isn't much, but I want you to have my daggers. They're well made, have sturdy grips, and will serve you well. I have my oath sword now, so I won't be needing them anymore. Even though I literally just said that that wasn't really a good sword. So, it's the least I can do to say thank you for finding it. Thank you, Fiora.
Don't mention it, Carlos. It was my pleasure.
You have returned the sword to Carlos, and he is even more determined to keep his promise. And with that, we have the Jack Daggers. Right? Jack Daggers? Is that what that said? And Rashness skill branch. Take a look at the skill branch real fast. By prioritizing the Rashness trait, it boosts the counterattack rate. In vision mode, vision mode boosts next arts damage when warned of a vision. Ultimate counter turns all counterattacks into critical hits. Pretty good, especially with the overall trait bonus from Rashness. Vital Force, dealing damage will occasionally max the talent gauge, which is pretty good for Fiora because of how slow her talent gauge fills. Not like a very big activation chance, it's just 2%. But still, Critical Combo turns all double attacks into critical hits. And Explosion of Energy increases tension by 1 level when using talent arts. She is very focused on critical hits. Ultimate Strike increases damage of critical hits, and Courage increases the critical hit rate. The Jack Daggers are in fact slightly better than the Mechonis swords that she was originally equipped with. Very cool. While we're here, we might as well drop in with Zekit and help her with her bad fifis about her decennial job of checking ventilation. Also, Shulk is naked. Don't worry about that. He's not technically naked. He's using like swim oil and swim trunks. But still, it's so funny looking.
Welcome.
I don't know what to do. The scheduled inspection is just around the corner.
Why do I keep saying scheduled like that? Scheduled? I think it's whatever. I'm just going with it.
But I have a bad feeling something is going to go wrong. Tell me in greater detail.
I think I know what's going on.
It's, that. Please stop embarrassing us. You'll listen? Oh, thank you. Here's the thing. I'm in charge of inspecting the ether exhaust system. But I am almost certain something will go wrong this time. I have a sense for these things. I'm sure something terrible is going to go wrong this year. It comes around once every 10 years. so I suppose I can skip it just this once. But it doesn't feel right. Doesn't feel right? Sounds intriguing. Maybe we should go and take a look for ourselves. I feel sure something will go wrong if I go on my own. But if you all go together, you can probably handle anything, right? So, will you check on the ether exhaust system for me? I'd be so grateful.
The exhaust system is inspected every 10 years. Zekit has a bad feeling about this year's inspection. Go check on the exhaust system for her. Go to the ether exhaust system and eliminate any problems in the area. Specifically,
Evil Bathin.
I'm so glad. I'd just like you to check that nothing seems out of the ordinary. If everything seems alright, then I'll carry out the proper inspection. Rest assured that your issue will be attended to with haste. Yeah, let's give it our all.
don't worry, ma'am. I'm the best there is at what I do. Like the X-Men. Except what the X-Men do is suck shit. That's nice, guys. I do not care. Well, we weren't able to open this door without the Mechonis key. Hello, evil Bathin.
Prepare yourselves. I'm gonna go all out.
Everyone, do your best.
Air summon. Copy. Double wind. Your history.
Air slash.
Shifted into second break. Heal barrier. One, two, cross impact. What? Don't you dare give up. I'm feeling pretty good.
How's that?
Choke. You did it.
Everyone, let's go.
Manifest yourself. Yellow is flowing through me. Oh my God.
I'm feeling it.
1, 2, 3.
All together now.
Right. For my flesh and blood, there's no escape. I fear I approach my limit. Could be good now. Agreed.
We can definitely do this.
No restraint. Manifest yourself. You're next.
Leave it to me. This will leave a mark. Take your edge. Fiora, keep it coming.
Alrighty. Not done yet. My turn. None can oppose us. This is how we do it. I really like our vibe. I agree.
Yeah.
Choke. Fabulous.
Everyone,
Nice.
let's go.
Roaring thunder. Okay. Final push, guys.
I see it.
Oppose me and your destruction is inevitable. You're showing me up, Melia. Heal barrier.
All right, I'm feeling it.
Everything's gone blurry. Is that spirit break? Ha! Let her now. Starlight kick. Ouch. Victory
We can
is in
definitely do
our
this.
sight.
Bernardo,
We are
save us from
victorious.
Ah,
Let's stay focused.
We've definitely gotten stronger.
so that's what happened. The first time I did this, I didn't realize that these guys just drop in after this is done. I want stuff. I don't particularly want to fight any of you. Another problem with this quest in particular is that Evil Bathin respawns. It's kind of like the, what was it? One of the other quests where you had to go and fight it was the, trouble at the power plant. Back on the, back in Aerith Sea, where you had to go down to the Hode Refuge and beat the Hode leader, except the Hode leader was just a random unique, so it will respawn eventually. So, not exactly a big win there. Don't you run from me!
Welcome.
Your Prox.
Elika is so nice. No one tells her to pick up the scrap up. Nah. No one tells her to pick the scrap up. She does it on her own. I really admire her.
Welcome.
If I was a guy, I'd be lining up to ask her out on a date.
Do it anyways, coward!
But I'm guessing there isn't a guy in the village that suits Elika.
Where? As... There you are.
Welcome.
Mechon, we're in the ether exhaust system. If I'd gone alone as scheduled. Thank you. Thank you so much. I might have never made it out of there if I had not sent you ahead. I hope I was of some help. Melia, it's okay to be happy. You put in a lot of effort after all. My apologies. I'm not used to such behavior. You're most kind, Fiora. If this is going to happen every time I go to inspect the place, I wish it were scheduled to take place every 100 years. Then I would only have a panic attack once every century.
There are Mechon in the exhaust system. You've dealt with them, except for those two that just dropped out of the sky afterwards. So Zekit need not worry. Excellent. One might imagine that the Machina might have built, say, a bridge or some such to that area in the past 1,000 or so years, so they wouldn't have to do a runner past all the Mechon to do this every time. It's just a thought I have. With that done, let's get done as well. We're back in Valak Mountain to handle the last set of quests in Valak Mountain before the late game. The first in the chain leading to Dunban's 4th skill tree branch, I'm really glad I won't have to say that again until late game, is over here near the bottom of the mountain. Originally there was an ice wall here that needed to be melted by the story mandatory magma rock, but I already melted that back in part 58 as a joke, as a jokey joke.
Help's come at last! Me messed up and Chilkin's catched me. Now me can get back to other researchers. Oh, what relief. Another problem solved.
Excellent work, Fiora. You ought to be proud of yourself for walking into this cave after we melted the wall.
No, it's too early for that. After all, we still have lots to do. Oh no! This is time the guards come every day. Could it be that the exit was blocked? It looks like we came along at a bad time. But there's no way you lose to them. Chilkins won't let me get away. Get rid of them so they know can come after me.
You saved a Nopon that had been kidnapped by Chilkin. However, when the sentry came, the Chilkin rallied. Fight your way out. Defeat 4 cunning Chilkins on Valak Mountain.
Chilkin's morale low right now, but you still need to be careful. Okay, I'll give it my best shot. That's right, I'll help too.
What's up, guys? They're much lower level than us, so it's not much of a problem.
Don't get careless.
I don't have time for small fry.
Okay, let's sort this out nice and quickly.
Steel strike.
We can house.
Worldly.
It's no problem. Now we're working as one.
This is the power of unity, Charlotte.
Let's check out the sword drones.
Is now. Steel flag.
I like this flow.
Yeah, electric.
It's a lot of hits.
You're out of here.
Warning everyone. Felt that, huh?
Dunban, that was a beauty.
Leave this to me.
These Chilkin are able to do a
You're mine.
chain attack of their own,
Flag.
but they didn't do that this time.
Everyone ready for a chain attack?
You'll be
out of here. My rifle's getting hotter. I feel stronger. Saw it coming.
Fiora, well done.
I'm gonna go all out.
Neato.
I don't know how to thank you. That second time you helped me. Oh, what a relief. Another problem solved. Chilkin's weak lately? There might be a reason for that. Oh yeah, I know I've time to hang around here chatting. I need to meet up with my friends and tell them my information. It's top secret information about Chilkins.
You helped the kidnapped Nopon, who took some amazing information to the research team. A quick and easy dealio, well, with our much higher level and such. With the researcher rescued, we can head back to the Nopon camp under the Hollow Bone to get another quest from Dakuku.
You're the ones who helped the Nopon. Let me thank you too. Oh, what a relief. Yes, it all went quite well. It's good that there are people like you around. I've seen how strong you are. I have requests for you. I want you to investigate Chilkin Lair near Bagnar Snowfield. Top secret information says that Chilkin leader is missing. This is a chance for us to do our research. But if we get catched again, we might get eaten. That's why I want you to do it.
So they have no leader. Does that happen regularly?
Not regularly, but not rarely. When leader goes away, they just pick new leader. That's what they've done for a long time.
So the Chilkins are just like us Homs in that respect. I must admit, this information has somewhat captured my interest.
I don't like that I have to do these voices again.
According to the top secret information, the Chilkin leader is not around. This is a chance to research the Chilkin lair. Investigate the Chilkin lair in Bagnar Snowfield on Valak Mountain.
Thank you. There might be Chilkins in there, but go and investigate their lair. You no need to worry about them without their leader. Okay, I'll give it my best shot. That's right, I'll help too.
The Chilkin lair is right here. So we pop up to the Hollow Bone. I've already been through the Chilkin lair before. It's not like... it's kind of misnamed, really. Because there are no Chilkin in here. There are bats and pods. So, who can really say?
There are no Chilkins here. It's possible the Antals got them all.
Speak of the devil. Here come Antals. Luckily, our much higher level... What's up, guy? Thankfully, our much higher level means that they don't aggro us on sight. Also, we don't have to fight them. We can literally just leave. And now we're back here. Into Cuckoo. Shit sucks. Like the X-Men.
Crawling with Antals? There are even cocoons in there? That's not what I expected. The whole ecosystem in this area might be in danger. That is a worry. Yes, this is a problem. It's a very serious situation, but hold on a while. I want to ask my friends about it. We need to think of a way to save this mountain.
The research trip discovered that the Chilkin lair has been son of a bitch. the research trip discovered that the Chilkin lair has been occupied by Antals. Waves defense 5, days resist 2. That brings our area affinity with upper biomes to 3. Knock it off, Dunban.
What can we do to maintain ecological balance of mountain? This is big problem. That means we need strong will to solve it. I need to speak someone with will so strong that he's stubborn.
That's a really weird thing to say, man. Still haven't found the answer.
Not yet. It's a tricky one to solve.
What? Nah. This sentence again. What? 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 How do I want to say this? What? 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 Isn't it a simple matter? There are two forces against each other. One side has a leader, the other side doesn't. The balance of power has simply been disrupted, correct?
That's it. Just kill strong leader, right? Then everything back to normal.
That may restore temporary balance. However, the problem is the Chilkin leader's disappearance. It may be that he is just in hiding and observing the situation.
If that's true, then balance no can come back.
That's why we only have one option available to us. We must eliminate both leaders. How American of you, Dunban.
I understand. That's gotta work. They'll be so busy fighting over who becomes successor.
And the former power balance of Valak Mountain will be restored. Although, I doubt that conflict itself will cease.
Chilkins and Antals have lived on this mountain for a long time. That's how this mountain always has been, and always will be.
That may be true. If you agree, then we will help.
Really? Then it's good thing I know where Antal leader is. He's in Antal Den in cave inside Hollow Bone. Literally right above us. Like he's just a few meters away. You just have to try and find missing Chilkin leader.
Understood. Sorry, everyone. I really think we should accept this request. The balance of power. You need to defeat the Chilkin and Antal leaders to maintain the ecological balance of Valak Mountain. Defeat Barbaric Sitri in the Antal Den, and defeat Banquet's Vassago, who is somewhere in Valak Mountain.
Do it for all creatures that live on Valak Mountain.
Yes, where could Banquet Vassago possibly be? Spoiler alert, he might be a little closer than you might think. We'll jump back up to the Hollow Bone and take the silly ice physics slide. The ice physics is so funny. There we go. First off, we have Barbaric Sitri right here. Oh yeah, I need to reset the arts.
No mercy.
I want to show off the Tempest Kick Thunder combo. He just farts on it. It's so funny.
Fiora. Inspirational.
I'm gonna go all out.
We're moving as one.
Looks like we don't need my medical skills.
Uh-oh. Dive Impact, I think, forces daze on the party. So using the chain attack is actually, as a defensive mechanism, is a fairly good strategy.
Full force!
Okay. Fiora. Okay. My turn. That was great, guys.
Anytime, any place. Your days are numbered. Feel right.
1, 2, cross it. My rifle's getting hotter.
We move at the same pace.
That's right, Dunban.
The time is now.
Bang! Shot.
With that back.
Thanks, Dunban.
Of course, Thunder only works when you have a aura active.
Right, let's keep going. We make a great
That went so much better than the first time because I kept getting dazed. I wonder where Banquet Vassago could be.
No mercy.
Okay, let's sort this out nice and quick. This should be easy.
Uh-oh. Really? You immediately jumped me?
Go! It's wonderful to be with everyone.
As I with you, sister.
I'm feeling pretty good.
You have become a formidable fighter, Fiora.
Now, bang!
Looks like you
That's
did.
zero. Like we take one after another. What a pain. Now, bang!
I love Thunder. It's so funny.
Electric Gutbuster.
Ready and waiting.
Was this the wrong tactical choice?
What are you talking about, Dunban?
Gale Slash.
My turn. My rifle's getting Fiora.
Just because this freak jumped us right out bat doesn't mean it's the wrong tactical choice.
And you too, Fiora. We did it.
We are at one with the battlefield.
Alright.
I know I can. Sword Rose. 1, 2, 3.
Feel my power returning to me.
That's my big brother. Heel counter.
Amatory.
Dunban. Glad that didn't hit you. Keep it up.
Leave this to me.
We can do it. I know we can.
Prepare for the next fight.
Okay, let's get going. Let's press on and on and on.
Oh, you just got bored, did you? Oh. That guy's also out. Yeah, so all these pods in the Antol Den are filled with Chilkin. It's possible that the pods in the Chilkin lair are also filled with Chilkin. And if you wound up getting in a fight with that horde of Antols that jumped you during that quest, you might have triggered the pods to break open, which might give you a hint as to where Banquet Vassago might be. You come down here, you see pods, you see one big pod. But otherwise, there isn't really much of a hint to where Vassago is. Just kind of have to figure it out on your own, I guess. I've defeated the Chilkin leader and Antol leader.
Yeah! I knowed it. That should keep them quiet for a bit.
Hopefully, this will preserve the balance on Valak Mountain.
It must have been difficult, but you did very good job. How did you do it?
I have a strong will. I just told myself that I will protect this mountain's ecosystem.
It's rare to find such resolute will in this cold, hostile place.
Well, I wouldn't go that far. Fiora always just used to say I was obstinate.
But it was your strong will that saved this whole place. Thank you, on behalf of Valak Mountain.
The war between the Antols and Chilkins is over, and balance is restored to Valak Mountain. Dunban's Obstinance skill branch has been unlocked. Excellent. The Obstinance trait improves physical defense. Equipment Expert greatly reduces weight of equipment. I'm not really sure what this does for us. Does reducing weight of... Are you capable of making a heavyweight armor into a medium weight armor with this? I'm not sure. I should probably look this up. Gentleman's Valor grants HP up buff at start of battle. Heavy Equipment allows heavyweight armor to be equipped. I thought it was only Ryan and Charlotte that got heavyweight equipment naturally without skill linking, but apparently I was wrong. I missed this one somehow. Or maybe the wiki was wrong. Not sure. Body of Steel reduces physical damage taken. And Solid Foundation grants immunity to blowdown attacks. This tree is a different playstyle for Dunban. It makes him more of a face tank like Ryan is, taking hits and shrugging it off with heavyweight armor and reducing physical damage taken, that sort of thing. As opposed to the Wisdom tree, which is just dodging things because you're naked. Critical Drain will be pretty good to add to Fiora when we start doing all that sort of stuff. Anyways, with that done, there is one final quest available on Valak Mountain until late game. So let's get that done while we're here. So where are we going, you might ask? There's your answer, Jack Geyser. Or Geezer, I guess. I like that that the game forces you over to this pond when it does this, to make sure that you're not going to die from not paying attention and not knowing where to go.
My tummy's so empty. It's so cold. I'm gonna turn to ice. I want to eat something warm. Oh, sound like something wrong. Tell Ricky, tell Ricky.
Is there anything we could do to help?
What? You bring some food for me? Thank you. If I die here, I know I can take information back to others. Bring food to warm me up. I want ox flints, Antol fire pouches, and Feris aged ale. Don't take too long.
I thought Nopon didn't really feel the cold.
But if hungry, I know can resist cold. I want to go back to warm cave with my friends.
You found a Nopon who is in danger of freezing to death. She might have some useful information. Find some things to warm her up. We need to collect 3 Hawk's Flints from Porky Hawkses on Valak Mountain. Collect 2 Antol fire pouches from Int Antols on Valak Mountain. Because of all the Antol killing we've been doing lately, that's well and truly done. So we don't have to worry about that. And we need to collect 1 Feris aged ale from a Noto Feris on Valak Mountain.
Thank you. Hurry back. I know I can wait to be all full up and warm again. Easy peasy. Hereupon take care of it.
Yeah, we'll definitely solve this. In terms of trading for this, the Cuckoo offers 2 of them. He offers the Antol fire pouches for trade, but only at 5-star area affinity. So, luckily that's the easiest one to farm because you're probably just going to be killing Antols as part of the other quests. The Hawk's Flints are also offered by Cuckoo. He offers them as his overtrade item for 3,370 G. The Feris aged ale, however, The trade option for the Feris aged ale, however, isn't available until the late game. Luckily, you only need one, so that's at least some boon. Our primary source for these materials that the Nopon researcher is looking for is in the lava cave, which has a collection of hoxes, Orcu-hoxes, and Noto-Ferises farther inside. I blew it.
I'm feeling it.
I was watching the whole time.
What? No way! You watching Ricky?
I saw him slacking off a bit.
You're wrong. Ricky tried really hard.
The Hox Flints are unfortunately the rarer of the items that the Porcu-Hoxes can drop. One of the Ferises runs up and down this hallway, so we might as well
This should be easy.
see if we can't trigger it. We didn't. Okay.
Piece of cake.
Should be okay if we fight like this.
There's one Hox Flint. Only one. Unfortunate.
Don't get careless, guys. Okay, guys. Now we can
Let's press on and on and on.
piece of cake.
This should be easy.
Don't get careless, guys.
We can do it. I know we can. Super Ricky Tantrum!
That's great. We can definitely do this. Nice job.
Let's press on and on and on.
Oh, well, this is a good collection of chests. Thank you, Ricky Time.
Don't get careless, guys.
Leave this fight to me.
We can definitely do this.
Ricky getting serious.
Ricky Springs winning! Ricky strong!
Nice job.
Let's press
Oh, there we
on
go.
and on and on.
There we go. We just need a better chest. That was strangely such a pain this time. I want to see if we can just, like, jump down. Avoid these guys. Because there's another platform below us. And that looks to have a slide directly down to where that researcher was. So if you don't want to mess around with the geezer, you can come up here. But then you have to mess around with the extremely high-leveled enemies. So pick your poison, I guess. Ah! Dude. Alrighty then.
It's nice and warm. Just what I wanted. Now I full up. I'm starting to get warm. Ouch! It's too hot. But at least I feel warm again. Yay, yay, happy! Ricky, really happy.
You're really kind, Ricky. Just what I would expect from the Heropon.
Heropon is strong and kind. Now I can go back to my friends, take them the information I found. They'll be so shocked.
You warmed the Nopon up and she got the information back to the research team. Does she actually show up at the Nopon camp? Like that first one did. Oh. Is that you? Are you the one?
Who are you?
I don't know. I can't really tell. I don't remember how many of them there were here. But that's that. We have all the party's 4th skill tree branches. Last time. And we can move on to things that are not this. I don't know yet. I don't know what I'm going to do next. Maybe drugs.